guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Heart Attack Polish Ambulance Driver Dashcam EMS Response. This is from a channel called Wally. So this is a heart attack. Someone got a heart attack. Hopefully they're okay. And this makes me very nervous. It's a dash cam. I'm scared already and I haven't even started the video. But let's check it out and comment, like and subscribe. It's just very nerve-wracking, I think, to know that the life of someone is in your hands. It's just it depends on how fast I'm going. This is crazy. It's just a lot of responsibility. Well, I guess you can say that about professions, and especially the doctors and stuff, but still, crazy. Oh my god, he's speeding up. This is what I mean, it's so scary. You have to drive so fast. Oh my god, thankfully the road's quite clear, which, okay. Small miracles. It's so crazy that you need to have all your senses. What happens if you are not familiar with this road? Well, I guess it's not about being familiar or not. It doesn't really matter. You just know what you're doing, but I think being unfamiliar with the road, I would assume, makes it harder. Oh my god, he's going so fast. Is this kilometers? Yes. I would be so scared. I would cause an accident just by trying to help this person. And even in the bends, you have to, it's a sharp bend, it's a sharp curve, so it's so scary. I don't know, I would think, oh my god, I'm toppling over, the car's toppling over. It's just very heavy, and you have to really there's sharp corners, I don't know, it's just very scary. Oh, okay, this was them picking it up. Okay, just dawned on me. This is probably the ambulance picking up the person that had the heart attack. I, for some reason, thought that the patient was already in the ambulance. How long? Okay, so how long did it took them to? Okay, it took them 2 minutes, around 2 minutes to, dispatch and get to the person. This is crazy. I couldn't do it, and it's crazy. Oh my god, something fell. What? I think something fell. Yeah, something fell in the driver's seat. And see, he collapsed. He keeps calm. Something fell over his head, but he's just very calm. He's like, well, whatever. Sure, I have more important things to take care of right now. I'm happy that the road is very clear and there was no traffic, because during rush hour this would have been a nightmare. Oh my god, a green light, thankfully. Yeah, I'm happy that the things appear to be very clear. There's almost no cars. Oh, this is the highway? Yeah, he's speeding up like a crazy person. Which I understand, but again, it's crazy. Oh no, it's not a highway. Oh my god, he's doing almost 100. Well, doing 100, past 100. Oh my god, he's so calm. This is crazy. No, you're going too fast. This isn't a highway, no. What about if you find a pedestrian? Oh my god, I'd be so scared. Okay, he's doing it because he knows there's okay, exactly. How do you even, what would have happened if there was a cyclist? He knows, obviously, because he's watching, he's seeing it, but you need to be so sharp by doing this. Your senses are 100 out of 100. You're just very clear what you're doing. Oh my god, they already arrived at the hospital? What? It took him like a minute. How much was it? It's seriously 2 minutes. I think under 2 minutes to get to the hospital. This is insane. Yeah, literally. What? And you go, quick. And does the driver has to sort of no, because those are the first responders. The responders, do they have to put him on a stretcher or something? Okay, this was crazy to me. Where do I start? I think to begin with, the fact that this, the driver, he did such an incredible job. He only 2 minutes to get to where they were. 2 minutes to arrive to the apartment or to the house of the person that got the heart attack, and then under 2 minutes to get to the hospital, which I think it's wild. I would love to know how to look at a map and see exactly how many. I don't know. Do we actually check out the distance between the hospital? Well, the other way around, between the person that needed help was to the hospital, because it seems crazy. I would love to know. I would actually do it to see. Okay, I would map the route and I would go, okay, in normal conditions, you're driving normally, how long would it take you? Probably would take you around 10 to 15 minutes, I would assume. But in this case, no, it only took him 2 minutes, which I think is just crazy. You need to be so, and it's just crazy to me how, the mental capacity that these people, the ambulance drivers, need to have is just crazy. You need to have, because you need to be at the top of your game all the time. You need to be very clear-headed. It's always, again, you have to, because someone's life is on it's on the line, basically, and if they depend on you, which I know probably, I don't know for them if it is like this, and maybe probably that's the thing, probably you shouldn't really think like this, because it's it's not really your fault if someone happens to them and they unfortunately maybe they pass away or something. It's not really because I didn't arrive there on time. No, I don't think that's probably not a healthy way to look at things. But I know that it's really hard not to not have that mindset once you're the one doing the driving, and that no, this is seriously life. It's a life-threatening situations in which literally seconds can really make the case on whether that someone makes it or not. So maybe for them, it's not, you're not supposed to think about this, and I'm thinking about this just because I'm not an ambulance driver. So for them, maybe it's a little bit different, and you shouldn't really think like that, because it's sort of, I'll do the best that I can to my best ability, basically. And I'm gonna get you there as fast as I can. And as we were able to see in such a record amount of time that it's crazy. But whether or not they make it, that's really, of course, that's out of my hands. That's not really something that I am. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. It's not really my my set of skills or something. I wouldn't even want to know if the people made it or not. It's just my job is to get them there as fast as I can. Whether or not they made it, I don't know, and whether or not could have come there, could have arrived 3 seconds earlier, 5 seconds earlier, could it have been, maybe if I done this different maneuver, or if I had taken the other street instead of this one, and maybe I took the shortcut, maybe I shouldn't have taken that shortcut, I don't know. Maybe all of those, what ifs are probably not a healthy way to live if you are like an ambulance driver. So probably it's no. Don't tell me the people that I got here that I helped. No, don't tell me they made it. I don't want to know. I don't think they would know, because I probably wouldn't want to know, because again, you probably start thinking about the what ifs. If they tell you, oh, unfortunately, they passed away. So, oh my God, could I have done? You probably start thinking, could I have done something different? Because I would assume most of the times, no. If the person was, they were going to pass either way. It wasn't really your fault. But I think you would probably start thinking, it wasn't my fault. Could I come there earlier? I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Probably all doctors think like this as well, as if, when you have a patient, could I have done something different? And that's the thing about, being a person that handles, especially I think in the health sort of realm, everyone that works in this line of work, when it comes to health, and you need, again, even when life is on the line, either firefighters, doctors, ambulance drivers, emergency responders, everyone that really has to handle, your life, you have someone's life in your hands. It's just very, very hard. You need to be very strong mentally. And because again, how do you not? The pressure is just insane. You're seeing this, and you're maybe again you're looking at in this case, thankfully it wasn't. But what happens if there's traffic, and you're just probably thinking, no, I don't know. It's just very stressful. And on top of all the stress that you need to have, hey, I have to get there really, really fast. There's other things that you need to be. You have to be aware. You have to drive, which I think I think probably this is a manual thing. It's not an automatic car. It's a manual car, which I think already sounds hard enough for me, at least. You have to be, you have to be downshifting and whatever, and you have to be, you have to be on top of that. And also, not just that, but you have to be aware again of the things of your surroundings because it's quite dangerous. You know, when you're driving sort of recklessly, obviously he's not driving recklessly, but he's just, when you're going that fast, I think it's just you're quite a risk to yourself, to others. Again, when they're doing it like this, it's sort of they're trained for this, so you know, yes, they know what they're doing. But again, driving fast, I think it just makes it so that probably the risk of something bad happening, it's probably increasing. It's just the nature of things. Do they know what you're doing? Absolutely. Have they done this a million times? Absolutely. But still, there's an added risk that comes with this job, and it comes with driving so fast. But of course, you need to do it. You understand what people are doing it. Yes, he's driving crazily because he needs to. That's literally his job. However, when you're driving at this speed and at this level, what happens if, you know, a pedestrian crosses the street and you didn't saw them? Or maybe, I don't know, a cyclist passes by because they didn't hear the ambulance. Maybe they made a mistake by, I don't know, checking out the light, whatever. So many accidents that could happen because again, they're accidents, you know, things happen all the time. So you're the responsible one. So you need to be so on top of things, and you need to have all your senses, you know, all your five senses, your six senses. You need to have a sixth sense as well of, oh, there's going to be a car. This is really a busy intersection. Is it something sometimes makes you look to the left? I don't know. There's someone passing and I didn't saw them, or they just, I don't know, for some reason, they didn't saw the ambulance, they didn't saw the light, and they just sort of started crossing. I don't know, there's just so many things that I just think, oh my God, my respect for, you know, the drivers, the ambulance drivers, just, it's crazy. It grows each second. And when I look at videos like this, it's just really, it's insane. I don't understand how they do it. My only thing would be, I would love to ask them how, you know, because this is not an easy job. It's a really, really hard job. So how do they retire kind of early in their lives? Because the amount of stress that, you know, mentally this job has is, you know, you retire quite early, maybe, or I don't know, you don't wait until you're 60 something. Maybe you retire quite early because they need to be released from this really stressful job. Or again, and how many days off do they get? Do they get a days off? How is the schedule? Do they work maybe 2 days in a row? Or I think it would be by shift, right? But do they get a lot of days off in a row? As in, I don't know, you get 3 days off after, you know, maybe 2 or 3 shifts. I don't know, because you would need to decompress because this is crazy. And the adrenaline rush after you safely deliver the patient to the hospital, you know, I can't imagine how exactly you go down from that. If you were driving at 100 and I don't know, I can't remember, it was like 90 miles, 80 miles per hour. You were going so incredibly fast, and then, you know, you got there in under 2 minutes. You did an incredible job. But then when you actually, the whole thing, you know, it's over. They took the patient to, you know, to the doctors to be attended, and then what do you do after this? Instead of, okay, what do I do? No, it's probably you have to wait for another dispatch. I don't know. I would need a break. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Can I get some water? Can I get some coffee? How exactly do you decompress and you make the adrenaline go down after? And this is only one. I imagine they do this, you know, I don't know how many times a day. Probably you can have, you know, a slow shift, but on a busy shift, I don't know how many times you do this. Like, let's say 4 or 6 times. I don't know how they do it on a day. How do you make the adrenaline go down? I will love to ask them that, because it's your heart's racing, you know, 100 beats per minute, and you're feeling the adrenaline in your body. I wouldn't really. I mean, it's crazy. Again, I have so many questions for them because they have, again, incredible mental capacity, incredible skill. It's just a crazy, crazy thing. And again, I just, my utmost respect for these people, because it's crazy. I don't think a lot of people would be able to do the job that they do. It's crazy. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!